Wake up. Wake up, assassin. It's time to... I like your spirit. I could have been a bandit, or another one of those sniveling elves. And such discipline, to seize the blade before it pierced my neck. I don't know that I would have shown the same restraint in your position. No matter. I apologize for the start, little fox. But it's time we got moving. You didn't think we were going to stay here, did you? Oh no, I don't give a damn about that heap of ashes. Let the next boatload of elves find the ghosts we have left for them here. The message is there for them to receive, that they can either cower back to their emerald islands and their ivory palaces, or choose to persist in their stubbornness and die like those who preceded them. Either way, we will be watching. We see them. I do hope you've taken all the spoils you can carry, my friend. We're going to the capital. There you may consolidate your new wealth however you see fit. Have you ever been to Fugue, my friend? Oh, don't mind yourself about my knights. They only hurt who I tell them to. I know some of them might have a more devilish appearance, but I assure you they're all perfectly lucid, and a tail or a couple of horns does little to inhibit their sensibilities. I should know. My own horns feel as though they are still growing to this day, and I've never felt better. I wonder when they'll stop. Anywho, these knights aren't the only devilkin to exist. There are many others like them out there, spreading the will of our Lord. But these ones are mine. They fight with the fury of fire incarnate. And when slain, their service is rewarded with power and rank within the Archdevil Supreme's grand infernal ladder. Sometimes they are even permitted to return to me with their new gifts, if my lord wills it. For a time, at least. Those not of this plane have a propensity to overstay their welcome in the material, after which point any number of silly little catastrophes can occur, and rarely in favor of the visitor. You can release your breath, little fox. I am still immortal, same as you. No, my death in service to the Lord is yet forthcoming. The same goes for all my knights, for that is the shared goal of all devilkin, to rave and raid and pillage until one's dying breath, and emerge unto the hells beset by Lord Lucideus's welcoming arms, where we may continue to serve his unholy mission forevermore. But enough of my rambling. My question still stands. Will this be your first time visiting the capital city of Fugue? I thought not. I knew you were local to Dracaeus the moment I first saw you. Well, given what you've told me about your previous life, you must have plenty of contacts in the city. So it was that kind of retirement, was it? No bridge left unburned, That's perfectly fine. I won't ask what went wrong, or with whom. I don't need to know. You're under my protection now, little fox. Anyone who quarrels with you now requires my permission to speak with you, or even share your line of sight. Besides, Fugue is the city of new beginnings, isn't it? Anyone who passes through it can become something new. Well, continuing as we are, we should arrive at the capital in the late afternoon. I'll have my men make camp outside the city. They can take care of themselves. You and I will enter the city ahead of them, and we'll go and get you some good deals for the loot you have to sell. Oh, I'm sure you are very capable of doing it on your own. But you forget what I just told you a minute ago. You are under my protection. Anyone who quarrels with you is to first consult with me. It says right there on the contract you signed. Only joking. I'm just a mortal, remember? I don't have the power to issue such binding contracts. At least, not yet. But we did make a verbal agreement. You gave me the mother sap, which you rightfully stole from the elves, in exchange for the remaining plunder of their decimated encampment. Which, technically speaking, that agreement has already been fulfilled. And yet, honor demands I see to it personally that your goods are sold and your money is made. After that, you may do as you wish, whether you choose to stay with us or not. An old friend in the city owes me a favor, so I'll be seeking her out after we complete your errands. You would be welcome to join us for a drink, if you haven't already made other plans. I'm sure she would be intrigued to meet a person like you. Think it over. Plenty of time for it on our march to Fugue. That will be the last time you insult my ward with such a pitiful offer. Last chance to make the right choice. Okay. 500 gold pieces. Final offer. Okay, 550. Please, my friend. That's all I have left in the lockbox. Okay? Please. Well, how very generous of you, Goodman. Sound like a deal to you, my fair ward? Perfect. Thank you for your business, Goodman. Ta-ta. My wives are going to rip me apart. Well, you've made quite a fortune, little fox. Is that the last of your shopping for today? Nothing else you wish to sell? Or buy? Are you sure? I can get you anything, you know. If it can be bought with gold, that is. No? So be it. I suppose this is where we part then, assassin. Our bargain is well and truly struck, and I must carry on with my own business. I'm sure you're more than eager to fly the coop, so I won't keep you. Unless, of course, you're still interested in that drink. Excellent! You can buy us all the first round, then. Oh, I'm just full of it today, aren't I? No, it'll be my treat. No, trust, little fox. My pockets alone can buy the whole establishment and cover its operating cost for a full year. Then again, you could probably do the same with that heavy sack of yours. Regardless, your kindness is not necessary, my boy. You shall drink to your heart's content, and you shall never once need to reach for your coin purse. But first, we've got to find my old friend Valoria. She's a witch. I met her during the time of my devilry studies in the city, maybe 20 years ago. Mother malicious, has it really been that long? I suppose I never stopped to think about it. Anyway, she caught herself in a pretty tough bind with a mid-rate devil, hells, I forget his name. But I was already well acquainted with the Infernal at the time, so I brokered an agreement between them which granted Valoria release from that rather unfavorable business relationship. She admitted that she owed me a debt, and I responded that I would hold her to that admission when the time is right. And now, well, let's just say there is no better time to claim my compensation. This trinket she gave me all those years ago points to her location. A little hollow crystal with some kind of minty blue dust inside. I understand she wears an amulet containing a stone of the same color. Even 2 decades later, finding Valoria will not be difficult. Come, little fox, let us embark on this little witch hunt together. Here. The trinket seems to be pointing to this potion shop. The Vial Pile. Huh. Have you ever been? First time for both of us, then. Stay sharp, little fox. Naturally, you'll let me do the talking, but if you must speak, do not mention werewolves. I'm serious. All right. After you, friend. Oh, come on in. We are closing soon, but you're just in time. Welcome to the Vial Pile. Tile by tile, our wares will make you smile. And if we don't have it on file, then it's just not your style. The wise and powerful Valoria, citing limericks to new customers in a little potion shop. I'd say it comes as a shock, but now I'm wondering how I didn't predict this outcome myself. Listen, buddy, I'll have you know the job market in this city is completely... Arthur? Tidings, Valoria. You little devil. 20 years you don't write, you don't visit? I hope you've been awfully busy. I've been idle here and there, but you know what they say about idle hands. Well, you certainly look like the devil found work for you. I'll take that as a compliment. Some people find my appearance rather enticing, you know. Is that so? And who's your little pet there? How presumptuous of you, old friend. He's a new acquaintance. We ran into each other while out on some business near the eastern coast just last night, and found our goals were not misaligned. He gave me a much-needed hand, and now I'm taking him out for a much-needed drink. And you're coming with us. Me? Now who's presumptuous? I can't leave right now, you big oaf. I need to close up shop. Can't you just lock the doors? What more is there to do? I see you've never ran a business before. I'm a businessman, Valoria. Just not the type to be managing storefronts or selling goods. Right, well, I'm afraid you'll just have to yield to my expertise on the matter and ask me out along with your new pet another day. Sorry, Arthur. That's too bad. I suppose you won't be needing this back anytime soon, then. Give me 10 minutes. I'll meet you outside. So, he comes back the next day, short as a child, shouting nothing but slurs and obscenities. Oh my. I told him the potion did what it said on the label, and if he could read, he would have known that. He gets even angrier, pulls out an empty flour sack, and just starts helping himself to my selection of energy potions. You have to admit, it does take balls to steal from a witch. Yeah, right in front of me. So, did you zap him? Inside my shop? No, I let him take off. It was quite humorous watching him hurriedly waddle away like that. He ran straight for the southern gate, left town, and when he was a good distance from the city walls, I cast Crystal Meteor. No, Oh yes, the crater's still there if you want to see for yourself. No one outruns Crystal Meteor. I see. Did you save any of your potions, at least? Oh no, are you kidding? I wasn't going to walk all the way out there for a grease stain and some broken glass. And besides, I can brew up replacements for the potions he stole in an afternoon. It's funny, if he had cleared the potions just one shelf higher than the one he chose, I might have had to go looking for a loan. If only he could have reached any higher. Haha, what a tickling little detail. Do you often need to deal with angry customers this way? I'd say that was the most extreme case of the year, so far. Most of the time, a little mind magic can do that kind of heavy lifting for me. Charms, dissonant whispers, you know the type. That I do, dear girl, that I do. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't drag me in here just to catch up. No, miss. You see, old friend, I need to secure passage to Ordania. Ordania? You want to travel halfway across the hemisphere just to get stomped by a legion of Ordanian knights? Hire a boat. But you see, sailing is an ordeal. Sailing all the way up there could take months, not to mention we would need a ship and crew, which is its own little bag of complications. And I'm not even sure my boys could all fit on one boat together. Your boys? How many passengers are we talking? We are exactly 286 strong, plus me and my new friend here. If he so chooses to come along, that is. 286? Great Shadow Black, Artur, you want to bring an army to Ordania? What exactly are you planning on doing when you get there, pray tell? Listen, I came to you because I know that you know the right people. I need to access the Nexus. The Portal Nexus? You can't be serious. My jokes are far more practical, Valoria, you know that. Yeah, well, it'd be one thing to just get you and your friend into the Nexus, but a full army is different. It's only a small army. Can you do it? I'll be honest, it isn't likely. Besides, you need a whole coven of witches to vouch for you, not just me. Well, that's no problem, right? You're in a coven. You can just ask your sisters to help us out. I'll even trade for some of my hair, or fingernails, or whatever biological materials you witches are hawking for these days. That's nice, but, it's a bit more complicated than that, you see. Me and the girls, we had a falling out some time ago. What kind of falling out? I don't want to get into it, okay? They pissed me off, and I might have gone out of my way to piss them off a little bit, and I just don't want to talk about it right now, all right? Not in front of him. I'm sorry, sweetie, but we've only just met, and it'd be improper for me to air out my grievances to a stranger. Well, is there any way we can help mend the rift between you and your coven? If you want to try talking to those ungrateful witches, be my guest. You brought me my crystal of obligation, so I'm willing to set aside my grievances. But they owe you no such favors. So if you choose to seek out my sisters, be prepared to use that silver tongue of yours, Artur. By talking to them, I mean. Oh, you knew what I meant. Stop looking at me like that, you old badger. I said nothing. But fine, I'll talk to them. Who knows? Maybe they'll be sympathetic to my cause. You should hope so. I doubt they're going to spare me any grace after what happened. Seriously, what went down between you three? Did it have something to do with your werewolf? Artur! First of all, you're talking too much. Second, don't ever mention him again. That's my business, and you know I don't like talking about that. But am I wrong? I'm leaving now. Go talk to Gasta and Jilly if you dare. You know where to find me if they don't turn you into a toad. Valoria. Goodbye, Artur. It was nice meeting you, boy. Stop by my shop sometime when you need potions. I'll get you the good stuff. We'll both drop by again after we've spoken to your coven, miss. Already walking away, Arthur. A real firebrand, isn't she? But she's taken a liking to you, little fox. I know, because there's far less blood and witchfire raging through this tavern than I might have expected. I know I was the one who warned you about mentioning the werewolf, but I just couldn't help myself. Well, this is going to be a bit more complicated than I thought. But no matter. My resolve cannot be shaken by a few ornery witches. But it's true what she said about getting an army through the portal nexus. You do know of the portal nexus, don't you? As any true assassin of Dracaeus would. Ah, you're right. I suppose you are an assassin no more. I'm sorry about that. I suppose I'll just keep calling you Little Fox, then. You don't mind that, do you? I didn't think so. Anyway, as you know, the Portal Nexus connects Dracaeus to every major territory on Rime. Morokai, the Nordlands, Hyperborea, Shuhan, the Torellian Isles, and yes, Ordania too. But the Cabal, Dracaeus' ruling body, maintains strict regulation of the Portal Nexus to both incoming and outgoing travelers. They can't have swarms of vampires or legions of devils distributing themselves around the realms willy-nilly. Each portal leads to a hidden but heavily fortified outpost at its respective destination, and maintaining security of those outposts is the same as maintaining security of this terrible, beautiful nation we live in. That is why we are running up against the red line, so to speak. The Cabal will be concerned with attracting unwanted attention to Fugue and the rest of Dracaeus by extension. So we will need Valoria's coven to help me articulate to the Cabal that no legions of Ordanian knights will come flooding back through the portal shortly after we embark. You want to know why I seek to bring my warband to Ordania's doorstep? To wage war, of course. I know of a particular cathedral in Cadence Hold, close to Port Paradiddle. If we can capture it and transform it into a hall of unholy worship to our Lord, we could start a fire within the Kingdom of Kingdoms not seen since the days of Saint Vitae and the Cardinal Catastrophe. And Ordania is only the beginning, my friend. Why not join us? You've got good eyes, and I'm certain you can handle yourself with that bow. I'd have to assess your swordsmanship skills personally, but if you'll have us, there is a perfectly little fox-sized opening at my side. And I can promise you with full authority, whatever you found lacking in your previous life as a hired killer, it shall pale in comparison to the luxuries with which you will be rewarded. You're acting awfully shy for a killer, little fox. Cat got your tongue. Fine. You can play coy, I don't mind. I think it's rather charming, the way you seem to tense up when I come closer. You're your own man, of course. You have the power to choose as you wish. Just know that if you decide you'd like to spend more time with me, I would take very, very good care of you, little fox. You're right. It's getting late. We have plenty of room back at camp if you need some place to stay for the night. Your own tent, I mean, if you so desire. Yes. Perfect. Very well. Let's get some rest. And tomorrow we shall seek out the other witches of Valoria's coven, and with any luck, we'll be deep in the borders of Ordania by nightfall. I'm eager to get the scoop on why Valoria split from the other two. I do so love a good bit of drama.